Gaur Khan, and today's video is going to be about what I eat in a day, some health tips and everything that I like about food. So I don't know if it's about being blessed or not, but I think I'm healthy, and the way I remain healthy is to make the right choices in food. It's not about aap kuch bhi kha lo and you can get away with it, because sometime or the other it's going to show up. So I try and make the right choices so that I can look the way I look. A morning ritual for me is actually eating oats in some form, because oats is a great slow carb releasing food item. So you can get energy throughout the day in bits and pieces. So for me, in a breakfast, I make sure that I eat well, and oats is definitely always a part of my breakfast. So lunch, I'm always having the heaviest because I need to survive the whole day. I go lighter as I go in the lunch, and dinner I try and have the lightest. But I try and eat my meals in smaller portions so my metabolism remains higher. I eat a lot of protein and balance it out with a little bit of carbs. Anybody who tells you you don't need carbs is probably lying to you. You don't need carbs if you're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to get off a few extra kilos, then it's fine. But otherwise, you do need carbs for a lot of energy in your system and everything, all the good that happens to you in your hair, in your skin. But usually for lunch and dinner, my protein intake is higher and my carb is low. I'm sorry, I don't follow any such thing. It's not like I only eat at 7 o'clock and then I don't eat anything. Anybody who's telling you that is probably lying to you, because nobody really can maintain that all throughout their lives. Yes, for a time frame, if I'm trying to lose a few kilos here and there, then I would try and finish by 8 o'clock, but it never happens. No, I'm an early riser. Even if I have a night out, I will still get up maximum by 8 o'clock. Is the breakfast. I love having breakfast. Thai and continental, anything to do with grills, or also Lebanese. I love Lebanese food. They say that if you try and do it early in the morning, it's the best for you. But for me, I can work out whatever time I can find out. It's a little difficult to find time and to balance out your life. But as long as you work out, that's what's important. I have a good protein shake, or probably a nice smoothie bowl. I love having smoothie bowls and oats and chia seeds and all of that. I just love it. I try and reduce my salt content a little bit and try and get off carbs, because then the extra water retention in your body will go away. It's not about cheating, it's about finding a balance in your meal. If you do want to have a dessert, you don't have to really finish the entire pastry. You can have one bite, finish your craving and let it be. What people make a mistake is they feel like dessert मतलब पूरी आइसक्रीम खाने है, 2 स्कूप खाना है तो ही वो dessert हुआ, पूरा केक खाना है, पूरी जलेबी खानी है. If it's about eating with a balance, then you must not. There's only one life. If anybody tells you please मीठा मत खाओ, is प्लीज़ उन लोगों से दूर रहो. बट कितना खाओ उस पर डिपेंड होता है. ज़रूरी नहीं कि आप रोज़ खाओ, बट इफ़ इन द वीक यू वांट टू हैव लाइक a bite of something, and if you want to have half a donut or something like that, please go ahead and have it, because you only have one life. But how you balance that out is also work out and try and burn those calories off. I don't eat fried stuff. Like I will rarely eat a samosa. I will rarely eat a donut, because it's deep fried. So I try and stay away from deep fried stuff. I try and work out at least 4 times a week, but honestly speaking, for the last 5 months I've had no time because of Gorgeous and everything, that I had to balance my own work with the launch of Gorgeous and how much my business took up my time. So honestly, I've not worked out in 5 months, but I'm still fit. Weight training, I love to weight train. I don't drink alcohol, so there's nothing healthy about alcohol. Edamame, anything to do with edamame, with like salt or any form of edamame. Or I like wasabi nuts or any kind of nuts. I love all nuts. It's about knowing what you're eating and how much you are eating. It's never about calorie intake, unless you are trying to lose weight. Yes, one very big lifestyle change that I made about 10 years ago maybe, that I stopped taking sugar in my tea and coffee, because anyway I enjoy having a little bit of dessert here and there, and I have at least 2 cups of tea or coffee in a day, or maybe 3. So I avoid taking that sugar in the tea and coffee. So now I can smell sugar in my tea and coffee and I can't have it. The taste has changed. So that's a lifestyle change.
Hi, this is Rihanna Cruz and I'm going to be sharing all my firsts with you today. First job, I did a photo shoot for a magazine, a brochure actually for a hotel. So yeah. First paycheck. I think that would qualify as my first job. I did a photo shoot for a calendar when I was about 5. So I'm guessing that was my first paycheck. It was really cute. Oh, first rendezvous with music. Music's always been in my life. I was told that I could sing before I could speak, so I was a few months on a movie set. I was 18 years old, my first film. First time. I was 5 years old, I went to London. I've never been okay with the term star. I still don't feel like a star. I was doing an ad film and I was, I think, 16 years old. And this random person came up to me and he's like, I want an autograph. And I was like, you don't even know who I am. You don't even why, but that was my first autograph. I don't know, maybe he was a little bit drunk. Must have been. My family's always looked at me that way. I don't think my career has ever been a point where, they've looked at me and said that, but they've always been proud. And I think with Barfi, of course, it was a great opportunity, but it was more the way I handled myself during the promotions that really impressed me. First designer clothing. I want to say, I don't really know actually. I don't really know. I don't fixate so much on designers. It must have been during one of my shoots. I must have been 16. I think I did a small little fashion show in Goa somewhere. I don't fangirl very often. I did get really sort of girly when I saw Ed Sheeran for the first time. I was like, oh my god, it's Ed Sheeran. First crush. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, my first crush. I think I was 12. There's a neighbor across the street. He didn't like me though. My first house is the one actually I'm staying at right now, 6 years ago. That's very personal. It was a lovely feeling, let's just say that. That I remember. It was this really big Nokia phone. And the Nokia N series, I still remember, and it had this rotating camera. So I found it super fancy. That was my first one. I was very proud because I paid for it by myself. It was on screen. I know, pretty pathetic. I don't pamper myself very often, but it must have been a massage, I think.